So destruction of the family tradition. So if the elders die in the battlefield, then there will be a problem. The problem is that there won't be any protection for the women, and there will be adultery, and there will be unnecessary mixing, and then there will be uh, the progeny of the mixed religions and mixed varnas and ashram, those kind of thing, and varna shankara will happen. And then okay, so I think after that, I think we read till verse number 41, right? Yeah, 41.
Yeah, Mataji.
41. Yeah, so then when that unwanted population will be there, then there will be hellish conditions, and the ancestors will become corrupt, and the families fall down. There will be fall down. Yeah. And there will be no offerings of, the shraddhas and all those, because people will not know, they won't follow any tradition or anything, right? So we'll continue. So this reason of uh, the destruction of the dynasty and Varna Shankara and not good population and all goes on till 43. Okay, let's go on. So, what am I doing? Why am I coming to this verse again? 42. Okay. All right. So, finally, yeah. Someone would like to read?
I can read it.
Yeah.
42, right? 1 second. Okay, here. Doser ate kula gananam varna sankara. Doser ate kula gananam varna sankara karake. Usyadante jati dharma, Ula dharmascha sastata. Translation purport by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. By the evil deeds of those who destroy the family tradition and thus give rise to unwanted children, all kinds of community projects and family welfare activities are devastated. Purport by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Community projects for the poor of the human society combined with family welfare activities as they are set forth in the institution of Sanatana Dharma, Vanashram Dharma, are designed to enable the human beings to attain the ultimate salvation. Therefore, the breaking of the Sanatana Dharma tradition by irresponsible leaders of society brings about chaos in that society, and consequently, people forget the aim of life. Such leaders are called blind, and the persons who follow such leaders are sure to be led into chaos. Hare Krishna. Yeah, Mataji. So here, I think the continuation of the one ashram, continuation of the the one ashram, the one Shankar. So we here Arjuna is saying that you know once this family tradition is destroyed by this, then unwanted children will rise, and then all welfare activities, community activities, projects will all be destroyed, will come to an end. And that's why Srila Prabhupada says in the purport that the Vanashram Dharma is actually designed for people to make spiritual advancement. But by breaking the Vanashram Dharma, then you'll have irresponsible people leading the society, and this will cause chaos. People will forget the aim of life, and unfortunately, these leaders will be blind. People who will be following them will be blind, spiritually speaking, and they won't make any spiritual advancement. And also, because of this, the forefathers will also will fall down because they're the pinda thing, the pinda will stop.
Yeah, so important actually. So generally in India, we see that people blind follow the family traditions, right? But if we do it properly, so there is a real purpose behind it actually, to elevate the previous ancestors. Basically, if we offer, okay, so in our Krishna consciousness, the thing is, the David Prabhu, your father recently passed away. So to our so the thing is that when we offer our food, whatever we cook, to the Supreme Lord, and then it is taken by the spiritual master and acharyas and everything, then when we offer that Mahaprasad to our ancestors, even in our mind, it will be helpful for them actually. So what happens is when there is this like you were not there, David Prabhu, yesterday, but we were discussing this part that the mother is following a different spiritual path, and if the father is following a different, we see in our society, in our friends and all those circles also, that if the two parents follow two different paths, then it becomes too difficult for the children to pick up which one. They are so confused, then they just give up. Oh, I'm not going to do anything, basically, right? I'll find my own path. So that is what happens. So Arjuna is giving that reason that if the elders of the family die in the battlefield, then there won't be anybody to protect and to keep the tradition, family tradition going. So then there will be the women will be like exploited, and there will be this unwanted children will be born from different castes and different social orders, and then there will be chaos in the society. So that theme is continuing, and then the last verse of that theme is 43. Someone would like to read?
Yes, Mataji, I can read. Ut, ut, Utsankula
Okay.
dharmanam
Nobody is
manushyana.
reading, I can read. Utsanna Kula.
No,
Oh, Kalpana. Sorry. What happened? Oh, okay, okay. Sorry, read, Mataji, because my speaker was so low.
उत्सन्कुल धर्माणां मनुष्याणां जनार्दन नरके नियतं वासो भवतीत्यनुशुश्रुम. Translation purport by Srila Prabhupada. O Krishna, maintainer of the people, I have heard by disciplic succession that those whose family tradition are destroyed dwell always in hell. Arjuna bases his argument not on his own personal experience, but on what he has heard from the authorities. That is the way of receiving real knowledge. One cannot reach the real point of factual knowledge without being helped by right person who is already established in that knowledge. There is a system in the Varnashram institution by which before death one has to undergo the process of atonement for his sinful activities. One who is always engaged in sinful activities must utilize the process of atonement called praschit. Without doing so, one surely will be transferred to hellish planet to undergo miserable life as the result of sinful activities. Rivol.
Hare Krishna, you want to say something?
नहीं माता जी आप ही एक्सप्लेन कीजिए माता जी.
Nothing. So,
So here Prabhupada is saying that who destroy the family tradition goes to hellish planet, and without and in ये माता जी आप ही एक्सप्लेन कीजिए माता जी आप अच्छे नहीं
okay.
कर रहे.
So this is the concluding verse of this section where Arjuna is giving his fourth reason of destruction of dynasty. If he fights and everybody dies, his elders die and all that, even if everybody dies, all his relatives dies, and then he wins, then even then he doesn't want, we heard that in the previous verses, he doesn't want that kind of ruling and that kind of kingdom he doesn't want. So he is again addressing Krishna as maintainer of the people. So why you are the maintainer? Why are you asking me to destroy, actually? So now he's saying that he is not making up the whatever he's speaking, he is not making it up, but he has heard in disciplic succession. So that is the way to receive knowledge. We will hear again in 4th chapter of Bhagavad Gita. Krishna says that how we should receive the transcendental knowledge in disciplic succession. So then he's just saying that because of elders being killed, no authority, no family tradition going on, women becoming adulterated and unwanted progeny, and no society projects will go on, then what will happen is, then when the traditions, family traditions are destroyed, then actually like everybody, the whole family will always be in hell. That's what he is saying. Family tradition are destroyed, dwell always in hell. So he is just presenting that, actually. So, and then Srila Prabhupada in the purport, he is speaking about atonement part. So these family traditions, some of them are kind of atonement for sinful actions. So he is saying that when one is very, very sinful, then some atonement should be done. But we are so fortunate that we received this process of Krishna consciousness. In the bhakti process, we don't have to undertake atonement. We just practice bhakti. So all that atonement and everything is taken care of. So in Parikshit Maharaj in Srimad Bhagavatam, when the hellish planets were described in 5th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, then in the beginning of 6th canto, he asks that question that what's the use of going through these atonements when it does not free the person from tendency to commit sin? Because he gives the example of the elephant. That elephant takes bath in the river nicely, and then again he rolls up in the dust. What's the use of taking that bath? So there should be something which removes actually the tendency to commit sin, and there is no other way but the bhakti process only can remove that verse in 6th canto. Let me see if I can pull that verse from 6th canto, chapter 1, verse number, I am forgetting. It's like he gives that analogy of a sun, actually. So let's see if I can find. Is that okay if I try to find it? Niharameva Bhaskare, that one. When the order carries of Ramraj, no fire, sky, air, the same way that the sun and the moon are fixed by. Yeah, I think somewhere here that verse is there, but although born Brahman rascal, or it may be in a second chapter, maybe. Anyways, I'll try to find it tomorrow and tell. Okay. Tomorrow we should read. Yeah. So yeah, I'll find that verse, and it's like Nihara Meva Bhaskara, something like that comes. Niharam Eva Bhaskara. Anyway, let's continue. Let's not waste time. So should we continue to the next verse? Yeah, it's 32. Yeah, we can read one more. Someone would like to read?
I can read what is
Yeah.
verse number 44. Aho pata mahat papam kratum varyavistavayam yad rajya sukhalobena hantum swajanam udayatah. Translation purport by Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. Alas, how strange it is that we are preparing to commit greatly sinful acts. Driven by the desire to enjoy royal happiness, we are intent on killing our own kinsmen. Purport by Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. Driven by selfish motives, one may be inclined to such sinful acts as the killing of one's own brother, father, or mother. There are many such instances in the history of the world. But Arjuna, being a saintly devotee of the Lord, is always conscious of moral principles and therefore takes care to avoid such activities. Hari Bol. Yes, so here now Arjuna is again saying that I don't want to do these sinful activities. So just because of my enjoyment, just because of my royal happiness, I don't want to kill my own kinsmen. Yeah, so that is one more argument. He does not want to fight because he's a devotee of Krishna. So that's what he's very conscious about his moral principles. That what Srila Prabhupada explained in the purport. I don't want to avoid such sinful activities just because of my self-interest. Yeah, that's all about it.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna. So we'll continue. Someone would like to read the next verse?
Mother, you are
Hare
I can
Krishna.
read, Mataji.
Someone would like to read the next verse?
Yeah, Mataji, I can read.
Yeah, Hari Bol.
यदि माम् अप्रतिकारम् अशास्त्रं शास्त्रपाणयः धृतराष्ट्राणे हन्युस्तन्मे क्षेमतरं भवेत्. Translation and purport by Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Better for me if the sons of Dhritarashtra, weapons in hand, were to kill me unarmed and unresisting on the battlefield. Purport: it's the custom, according to Kshatriya fighting principles, that an unarmed and unwilling foe should not be attacked. Arjun, however, decided that even if attacked by the enemy in such an awkward position, he would not fight. He did not consider how much the other party was bent upon fighting. All these symptoms are due to soft-heartedness resulting from his being a great devotee of the Lord. So, yeah, Mataji, again, the devotee quality, Bhakti Shastra, that quality is of Arjuna is coming out, saying he's so compassionate towards his relatives, that he's saying that if he were to be unarmed and his relatives, his cousins, were to kill him with weapons in hand, he is okay with it. He is forgetting all the other atrocities which he had to undergo with them, because now he's feeling compassion because he's a great devotee of the Lord, and the devotees of the Lord are always compassionate.
Hare Krishna. So all these that he is kind of detached completely because he doesn't want kingdom. So throughout the reasons that he is giving, he is saying that I don't want to kill them, no matter what they are up to. These are kind of quality of submissiveness and detachment from matter. He doesn't want that kind of happiness, material happiness. And he is so thoughtful that in the previous verse we heard that he is looking what will be the outcome of this fight. So yesterday also that theme was there, that whatever one does, action we take, we should measure what will be the impact of that action on our own self and our surroundings and our family members and relatives and others, right? Yeah. All right. So he's pretty detached. So this will lead him to take shelter of Krishna, actually. Surrender to Krishna, not just so we see that such kind of qualities in Narada Muni in Bhagavatam, first canto, that when he had those qualities, gentleness and not speaking too much, and those. So I mean, these are a different kind of qualities, but that helps one to take the path of bhakti and to accept spiritual master and be submissive, right? All right. So last verse we can complete, right? Yeah, 8:35. Someone would like to read?
I'll read.
Yes. Thank you, Prabhu.
Sanjaya Uvaka Ivam Uktavara Chana Sankhai Rathopasa Visat Visaya Saram Kaptam Soka Samavigna Manashak. Hare Krishna. Sanjaya said, this is the translation, Arjuna, having thus spoken on the battlefield, cast aside his bow and arrows and sat down on the chariot, his mind overwhelmed with grief. The purport. While observing the situation of his enemy, Arjuna stood up on the chariot, but he was so afflicted with lamentation that he sat down again, setting aside his bow and arrows. Such a kind and soft-hearted person in the devotional service of the Lord is fit to receive self-knowledge. Hare Krishna.
Naya Prabhu, you want to say something?
Yes, this is the culmination of the first chapter, because Arjuna learned a lot of stuff in that first chapter, and so he's ready for self-knowledge, which is going to be in the second chapter. And he was he was really hurting inside because of what happened to his relatives, sadly. But Krishna took care of all this even beforehand. Krishna killed all these people.
Yeah. Yeah, so like Prabhupada is telling what we were talking about, that he is so kind and soft-hearted person in the devotional service of the Lord, is fit to receive self-knowledge. So he's ready for that. So we can see ourselves, how is our thought process and how is Arjun's thought process. So the thought process of Arjun is describing how kind and soft-hearted and compassionate he is, even though it's kind of on the material platform right now, because he is not thinking of the interest of Krishna. But still, these things, if we do for Krishna, then it's all good, right? So yeah, so we successfully completed introduction and first chapter. Amazing, right?
Yes.
Just by reading for less than half an hour.
17 to go.
Huh?
17 to go.
Yes. Yeah, so little by little we will do, right?
Yes.
Even the the dust particle that a sparrow can take, that also is worthy to build a bridge to go to Lanka for Lord Ram, right?
Yes.
So anything that we do regularly, it will always result in something fantastic, right? We should never give up thinking that I still have so much to do, but if we do even a little, it will take us. Yeah. So nice. Anybody wants to share anything or say anything about today's reading or anything else? Tomorrow's Advaita Acharya's appearance day.
Very wonderful.
Mataji, you were saying about atonement. We don't need for devotees. So that's a great thing. We have that through bhakti, through our chanting, through our hearing. We don't need to. But one of the other things which were coming to my mind in today's world is a controversy that many countries don't want capital punishment, but the Vedic civilization, Vedic scriptures say capital punishment is okay because you're saved from the hellish planets.
Yeah.
And you're getting the actions here in this planet so that you will get not a degraded birth next life, because you're getting the reaction here itself in this life.
Yeah, but it's for a devotee, the process of devotional service itself. But if you are not practicing devotional service, then yes, one has to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what in purport also Srila Prabhupada mentioned, right?
Yeah.
That yes. And being devotees, we should not actually take it as a license that, oh, we don't have to. Sinful that is the sin actually. One of the offenses in devotional services, right? In chanting the holy name, right? To chant the holy name, to remove sinful reaction is a sin, is a offense to the holy name.
Mataji, I have a question.
Yes.
For we devotees, we know that all these so-called ritualistic activities are not necessary. But we also see in the lives of devotees, and a lot of devotees do that, even advanced devotees. And we also saw in the life of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu brings something like Pindadan, So, so where do we stand in that? That is because that is actually, if you're doing pure devotional service, it's not necessary. But we see advanced devotees even so we have to do all this stuff. Right.
Yeah, we cannot hear you, Kastumaji Mataji. It's like high.
Sorry, Prabhu. I just muted. Prabhu, can you mute? Yeah. So, yes, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu did it, and until we are pure devotees, I mean, there are certain things that we do in Varanashram system that we are still supposed to do. But it's not that we are doing an atonement to the sinful reaction or something like that. But there are certain, because we are not yet pure devotees, so we should do that. So because we are still living in this Varanashram system, so to the whatever the minimal is supposed to be done. But it's not that we are specifically doing for, oh, I committed this sin, so I should do the atonement for this, to remove the reaction for this sin. Not like that, but there are certain minimal things that we are supposed to do, like that whatever Chaitanya Mahaprabhu did, the pinda for his, but we do it in a different way. We do it offer to the Lord first and then offer to our ancestors. Right?
It's also a pastime. And when there was this great devotee of Lord Krishna.
Prabhu has to unmute himself.
Huh?
Janishagan Prabhu has to unmute himself.
Prabhu,
So we
you
Yeah.
unmute, yeah.
Sorry. Yes, so there is also a pastime. There was a devotee of Lord Krishna who didn't have a son, and he was concerned who is going to do his Pindadan after he left. And Lord Krishna said, I will personally do it. And that I think it's in the Chaitanya Charitamrita, I'm not exactly sure. And even to this day, in that city, that particular day, they have the deity of Lord Krishna do the Pindadan for that devotee.
Yes. All right. Yeah, Prabhu, there are certain things that we do. I mean, Krishna tells us to do until we are pure devotees. Yeah. All right. So anything else? Anybody? 8:45. The time bell is ringing. Time goes on. I don't know. When will it stop? Moving so fast. Okay, I think we should stop here. Then we'll continue next week on Monday. So yeah, we kind of decided to just do Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday because everybody's schedules are different, and generally on Thursday, Friday, hardly anybody. I mean, I am happy to just do with one, but it's for the benefit of everyone, not just me. So we can revise on our own and listen to some lectures or something when we are not together. So wish you all a very happy appearance day of Advaita Acharya tomorrow. And the chapter we read for Advaita Acharya was signifying the cultivating the mood of servitorship. So all his expansion are servants, and so many examples were given in that chapter. Chaitanya Charitamrita Adi Leela, 6th chapter, if anybody wants to read tomorrow.